Nerchio. What do you think about this map choice, Gibbles?
So, Metropolis, pretty scary map for Zergs. There's a lot of possibility. Whether you're looking old school 4 gates or 4 gate +1 Zealot, whether you're looking at the now becoming the new school but formerly old. It's like a melding between the Sentry Drop and the Zealot, the 4 gate Zealot.
The middle age crisis school. the balding.
I call it the Will It blend. All right. Big shout out to one of my favorite YouTube series. It's just dumb but awesome. But you know, Naniwa, he did that last game. So will he repeat? I don't know. It did work out for him.
That's right. Naniwa has the right ideas, Kibbles. Can he put them into realization against one of the best European Zergs? It's Nerchio versus Naniwa. Game number 2 with Frodan and Kibbles, and this is IPL.
IPL 5.
What's on your mind?
Welcome to IPL 5 Metropolis.
All right, over here in the 3 o'clock position, we have the DreamHack Bucharest winner, one of the best European Zergs in the scene, one of the best foreigners in all of Starcraft 2. He is
Acer Nerchio.
Nerchio, donning that green Acer uniform along with MMA this weekend. And over here in the bottom center, the blue Protoss. One of the most beloved and controversial figures in all of StarCraft 2, always advancing far in whatever tournament he plays in. The Swedish Protoss is known as
Mionix Naniwa.
All right, so getting on to Metropolis, you know, you can do anything on this map. You really can. Certain things have incredible timings, but it's such a long distance to get to the other side of the map. If you don't go for basically Stargate or force fields, then the game turns into 35 minutes.
Well, you know, we're here all day, Kibble, so we might, why not?
Hey man, that's 35 more minutes we get to spend with these players.
That's right. Naniwa and Nerchio, they've well, it's a gateway opening.
That's a cool place to build a pylon.
Well, which one? There's 2 pylons.
The one at the top of this ramp.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, it's unconventional. We don't normally see this too often. In fact, Metropolis is one of the safest maps to go Nexus first. If you know, obviously you get all the information if there's any early pool, just because of the sheer distance. Look how big this map is. It's so expansive. Now, you know, we say this, that Naniwa and Nerchio are spawned close by air, but you put that in the quotation marks because the distance is still pretty considerable. And this is the version with islands. I know some versions of other leagues have no islands on it. I like the islands.
Yep.
In fact, I know a really sick strategy using the islands in ZVP.
And what is that, Dan?
It's like you go Mutalist and you base trade and you make sure to snipe their Cybernetics Core and Robo before anything else. And then you can't blink into the islands, so there's no way for Protoss to actually kill you.
I thought it was gonna be something.
And unite us.
So much less cheesy.
No, it's crazy. Like it's like ridiculous win rate on ladder. Look at that, 51% to 50%.
Yeah, actually.
I'm not that good at math, but I know that's a little bit more percentage.
Your math skills were sick, David. The vocab,
That's how close
the
it
singing,
is.
the math. What don't you have, Dan? You're a package.
Naniwa and Nerchio so evenly matched. It's really tough for anyone to really say who's favored. Although historically Nerchio has the upper hand against Naniwa.
So I want to say, Dan, you were mentioning the 2-base Muna. Now you're saying that as a Zerg or as a Protoss?
As a Zerg, you can't go 2-base.
No. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't even know why I asked that.
Well, I wasn't sure exactly what you meant. But
yeah, going up against it, I guess. I actually am not sure, but I wanted to clarify because I actually had one of our guys at IGN Goliath. If you guys don't know him, follow him on Twitter at IGN Goliath. But he recently started having me go 2-base Mutaman, and I was stuck in like that area right below top 8 Masters, and then all of a sudden I was like instantly top 8 Masters, won 7 consecutive games. But let's see if Nerchio here can win 2 consecutive games, guys. He's got a lot of Zerglings out on the map right now. Just notice this, and he's going to be pressuring down on Naniwa, who does have a sentry in place though, Dan. Will it be enough?
I mean, he knows that his opponent is going for a gateway expand. He knows that he shouldn't have too many units. Naniwa should be able to force field and trap himself.
Wow.
Very nice, but that exposes him his Nexus. You know, the Zerglings can just surround it and immediately try to pressure off of it. Now, Naniwa does have 2,000 hit points to work with, both in shields and in life. But Naniwa's running out of time, and Nerchio is doing the right thing. This is particularly why people didn't like one-gate expands after a while, because you're not really safe against this. And just like that, Naniwa loses a huge portion of his ability to produce any economy.
The pylon goes down. He can't see the gateway count, which is insanely important right now for Naniwa, who has 5 warp gates on the field. That Nexus, yes, it did go down, but this is quite some trickery coming out, because Nerchio will not expect Naniwa to already have 5 gates on the field, to already be ready to warp in over at his side of the base. The pylon has completed. You can see it up on the high ground, and we've got 3-4 Zealots coming in right now into Nerchio's base.
Yeah, but I mean, Naniwa also has to worry about back at home. He had to warp in some units, so it's not as optimal as possible. And Nerchio knows what's up. He sees units, he sees no expansion, so he knows his opponent is going for some kind of one-base play. He's waiting for his Roach Horn to finish. And I think Nerchio, I mean, he should be okay with this, though, because he doesn't necessarily have to hold on to the third base, Kibbles.
A lot of gas, so 5 sentries are now on the field. These Zerglings do not have speed. These are going to be the easiest sentries we've ever seen.
Oh, okay. They're really nice job there, forcing himself against the wall. Trap for the Queen. That's always nice, too. Nerchio making some roaches. Naniwa does have some significant amount of units out into the field. And you know what? Naniwa has the right idea too. He doesn't necessarily have to go for the third, just wants to go for the jugular, go straight into the natural, and he can force through the ramp. Nerchio's not prepared. He's letting him go up the ramp.
I'm so afraid right now for Nerchio. More pylons going down for Naniwa. This is an incredibly large quantity of sentries, guys. They're going to have so many force fields to throw down over and over again, and in the meantime, Nerchio is losing a lot.
Nerchio also trying to cut out the reinforcement path, though. Naniwa doesn't have a pylon he can warp in really closely. You see that Nerchio is running with the drones. He can send them to the third base. Meanwhile, Naniwa also trying to just push up the ramp, kill off this hatchery, see if he can get a good position. Naniwa's also on the borderline of getting supply blocked, although he did lose some units there, so not terribly in danger there. But still has to be very cautious, because if he loses his units, that's it, Kibbles.
That is so beautiful out of Naniwa. Nerchio actually doesn't know about the other one, but guys, force field's going down. The engagement is happening. The engagement that will decide if Nerchio wins this game or not. Sentry's killing off lots of drones, lots of Zerglings as well. A Roach being taken out. And meanwhile, these 3 Zealots over at the third base of Nerchio have driven away all of the drones once again. More warp-ins at this third as well. And Naniwa in complete control.
His arm supply is much bigger. No, Nerchio lost so many of his drones. 17 drones, that's barely enough to saturate your mineral line. And Nerchio looks like his supply is looking very weak. He can't really even face off. Doesn't even matter if there's no energy on these sentries. The sentries are just fighting the roaches pretty alone. GG, and Naniwa ties up the series with an old school build. Wow, Naniwa evening it out.
That was some awesome trickery. I mean, he dropped the Nexus, but he had 5 gates behind it. Either way, it was going to be insanely fast and back. And when we saw the Nexus go down, you were like, okay, all right, he can't transition out of this now. But it actually doesn't make his attack any weaker that he lost the Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, the Nexus was just 400 minerals, so
yeah.
It's not necessarily the game ending. It's just that having a little bit of saturation would have made his 5 gates much more powerful.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be able to constantly warp in. He could try to squeeze out more units. More pylons could be pushed down as well. But overall, Nerchio, if the game played out standard from there and he was able to hold the aggression, easiest win.
Yep.
But from there, I was very pleasantly surprised to see great decision-making from Naniwa. So many Protoss players, they get the high ground ledge, they say, I want to focus the third base, you know, but that gives time for Nerchio to put spine crawlers, to turtle up on the natural, and then have 2 base to 1 base, and we all know what happens from there.
Yeah, we do. But that pylon, you know, Nerchio never knew about it. That was the thing. He never knew about that pylon on the high ground. And so when it seemed like he was stabilizing a little bit, then he was like, okay, now I warp in at your third and you die. Naniwa, guys, evening up the series versus Nerchio. We'll be moving into game number 3, anxious to find out what map these guys are going to choose.
Yeah, I mean, it is Nerchio's pick. He has a big array. I think there's 6 maps in the map pool over here. Of course, guys, if you guys want to watch the other streams, there are 3 streams currently going out from IGN here at the Cosmo. You can check them out at ign.com/IPL. But until then, you're chilling with us here on the main stage.